What's up, guys? A black swan event just occurred. I warned you that things would get tense this week. Oh, P3B7. A massive onslaught on the supply chain is underway. A trustworthy developer's NPM account has been compromised. The entire JavaScript ecosystem may be at danger because compromised packages have already been downloaded more than 1 billion times. By the way, the individual who tweeted this is a CTO at Ledger. Ledger's alert about this. There was a cyber attack just now. In order to steal money, the malicious payload surreptitiously switches crypto addresses while in flight. What? Thus, I suppose the hacker would attempt to change your address to the hacker's address if you were sending a transaction, or this had occurred hours and hours ago when transferring money. That's absurd. You are safe if you use a hardware wallet and carefully review each transaction before signing. Basically, you should always check the addresses or confirm who you are sending your cash to. Guys, you always need to double check, even if this wasn't the case. This seems crazy, but that's a common practice. At this point, it's unclear if the attacker is also directly collecting seeds from software wallets if you don't utilize a hardware wallet to avoid doing any on-chain transactions going forward. Come on, let's look at this. Now, cryptocurrencies were the focus of this onslaught. Let's investigate this. Thus, numerous lists of attacker-owned wallet addresses for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Tron, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash are included in the script. XRP isn't mentioned there, in my opinion. However, given it just specifies these specific assets, I'm not sure if it has an impact on XRP-type transactions, people. Which is intriguing. The author has now received notification and is actively collaborating with the NPM security team to address the problem. NPM, this is what the site is all about, folks, creating incredible things. It appears to be an open source website where programmers can assist other programmers with their code. NPM is now a platform that allows developers to manage, distribute, and publish open source JavaScript tools and libraries, correct? Here, a developer's was compromised. Well, due to a breach of the well-known developer's NPM account, malicious copies of dozens of packages were released. After that, legitimate developers of several projects downloaded them. Well, yes, this website essentially allows developers to contribute their own JavaScript libraries or tools and distribute packages. They hacked the NPM registry so that others could use it properly. Alright, this individual was a developer and was regarded as a well-known developer. What actually occurred, then? Let's descend here to make sure. Well, take a look at what they have to say. The transaction was on-chain. Strike in the wake of what seems to be a significant cyber attack. Well, so this essentially had an impact on everything. A major supply chain attack is underway on the NPM account of a respectable defective packages that were compromised by the developer have already been downloaded more than 1 billion times. That's a crazy number of instances, which suggests that the JavaScript ecosystem as a whole might be in danger. Guys, I'm fairly certain that was aimed at Ethereum the other day. And you folks remember what we discussed, so a credible developer's NPM account is currently being impacted by a supply chain attack. According to some, the strike might be the biggest supply chain assault in history. Instead than focusing on specific users, a supply chain assault occurs when one or more hackers compromise a reliable aspect of the software distribution process. In order to steal money, the malicious payload surreptitiously switches crypto addresses on the fly. To put it simply, it seems that a hacker gained access to a reliable software developer's account on the website, which is a well-known forum for developers to exchange code. Well, according to reports, these corrupted packages have been downloaded more than 1 billion times, possibly impacting a wide range of websites and applications, including cryptocurrency initiatives. Right now, how much was actually taken then? This is allegedly their NPM attack address, folks. And as of right now, I'm not sure whether it has been updated. There have been $159 worth of stolen men as a result of this incident. Alright, cyber attack. Oh, it simply increased the gas. The current amount is $486. $486. That's what I mean, yes. Even though it might not seem like much. By the way, this might have been a big attack. I'm not even sure why it wasn't as much though, because some prior attacks have been in the millions if not billions. I don't think the quantity in dollars matters all that much. I believe there is a principle at play here, folks. After all, if this is possible, what if it were truly successful? Yes, gentlemen, there would have been horrible repercussions. Therefore we must resolve this issue because as of right now, it appears that they have, correct? The majority of the impacted products already have the dangerous code eliminated. It's there. That this event was in and out is great, isn't it? Well, additionally, the hacker was unable to steal as much money and allegedly just changed your sending address to the hacker's address while sending transactions. Well, but once more, this is the reason why, even if this isn't a problem, people, you should always double verify before sending anything on chain. And to be honest, I used to do this every time, not just occasionally. Well, the rule back when I had a lot of XRP was to send a little bit of it first. For instance, it doesn't matter if it's any cryptocurrency. You transmit more after it really reaches the address you're attempting to send it to, correct? For instance, all greater sums. Whoa. But once more, it seemed that the hacker had managed to insert code that modifies Bitcoin addresses in the background, fooling users into sending money to the hacker rather than the person they meant. Correct? Similar to how, earlier this year, North Korean hackers managed to siphon out $1.5 billion from the cryptocurrency exchange, Bybit. Whoa. You know, it had the potential to be a much more serious attack, but fortunately it wasn't. This is interesting because according to the ledger devices are designed to protect users from attacks like the ones that just happened. The reason for this is that on ledger devices you have a screen that literally displays what you want to sign. They advise us to never blind sign and to always check addresses before approving transactions, because in the case of the North Korean hack of the Bybit Ethereum security, researchers believe that North Korea's Lazarus group gained access to the exchanges known as wallet multi-sig signers devices, allowing them to blind sign a malicious transaction. Correct? The gang was able to take billions of dollars earlier this year because of this. Yes, so always remember to check again. Do you guys notice that? They're also really good at what they do. Here's an additional explanation. This hack dependency allows the hacker to insert dangerous code into any website that uses it. For instance, the malware may substitute a transaction that sends money to the hacker for the one that sends money to your wallet when you click a swap button on a website. However, the fraudulent transaction will still appear in your wallet and require your approval. It's not like you'll feel exhausted right away. Isn't that fascinating? You still have a chance though, because many individuals would just authorize the transaction without giving it a second thought. Oh, it hit the chain already, they said. Instead of genuinely verifying again, they will simply click it once I have confirmed and approved it. It's wonderful to see Xamarin taking prompt action to protect users, says David Short. Here, XRP wallets are secure. Well, they audit it right away, and every package from XRP Labs is secure. That's that. You don't have to be afraid about the supply chain attack that happened earlier today if you utilize MetaMask to safeguard both our users and our products. MetaMask has several lines of defense. Basic security measures include locking our versions, avoiding immediate mainstream publication, and doing both automated and manual inspections throughout the development process. Along with a few additional items. Wow, that's frightening, isn't it? This is really frightening. Yes, it is. It is concerning because it implies that there is a possibility that this will occur on the blockchain. That's insane, people, which is why you need always be cautious, regardless of the situation. This was only a minor instance, but what if it escalated into a larger assault, guys? Fortunately, it wasn't, which is fortunate. Never forget to simply keep safe when you're out there. Since you won't receive your money back if those funds are depleted, I suppose we're still in the Wild West. They won't be returned to you. All I can say is that it's not a bank. A bank is not your exchange, in-exchange, or cold storage ledger. You have no insurance. Therefore, anything that occurs on the chain can be tracked indefinitely. That's the good part, at least. On the other hand, it's not centralized, which is a problem. The story of what occurs when things are both centralized and decentralized then begins. Yes, there are always advantages and disadvantages. However, this is the reason America is enacting the Clarity Act. Correct. Various measures must be put in place for specific events that are occurring here. I'm not sure, apparently. Nevertheless, gentlemen, things appear frightening. No, stay safe out there, each of us. That's Sophie's Mezios. What? See you later.